Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. A few things before I actually jump into the news. I want to say this is a really old Super Metroid shirt. I absolutely love it. A while ago, I gave away some shirts to the community shirt store. If you guys are interested in getting some new shirts there, go ahead and check it out. I'll throw up a demo reel here of the community shirt store. Really, it's just for the community. I don't make a lot of money off these shirts. This is just for you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to support the channel a little bit, there's that. It's obviously way better to support me via a direct donation, Patreon, or just literally liking and sharing the video. But that's where I got this shirt from. A lot of people ask me that stuff, so that's why I make mention of it. The second thing is that this was made, if you guys remember, this was made series I did on this channel a long time ago. I decided to discontinue it on my channel because my channel is more video game related than actually reviewing products from Dollar Tree and stuff like that. If you guys are interested in that, you can check that out. I have uploaded several videos to a This Was Made channel. I will go ahead and link it in the description below, but you can also get to it from my main channel as well. And I think you guys will really enjoy that series, so I'm going to start producing videos for that as well. And the final thing to mention before we jump into the news is the Grandmaster Gamer podcast. This is a podcast where I've developed with several other people's inputs, suggestions, things like that, where I go over 4 key stories from the previous week in a kind of what you missed news manner within an hour. So 4 stories for 1 hour, just about. It goes a little bit over sometimes, and I have guest speakers on there. The audio quality is not buttery smooth like here. Unfortunately, it's Skype. Ladies and gentlemen, I know audio syncing is very, very difficult, so we're just going to have to stick with Skype for now. That's just how it is, and I'm very sorry about that. But if you're interested in that, check that out. That's more of a podcast. Again, you throw it up in the background. You don't have to watch, but I do have some visuals there as well. Now, with that all said and done, I'm sorry it took so long, but let's jump into the news. So, this would be for Monday, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope your Monday's going well, because Sony execs have hinted that you'll be able to change your PSN name by next year's PSX. Hey, Sony, you can change your name on Xbox, and that's been an option for a very long time. Steam, you can change your name anytime for free, too. Okay. Alright, that's just the headline. I don't really need to go into this, do I? What do you need to know about this story? Next PSX, you might be able to change your PlayStation name. Good for you, Sony. You're doing big things. There are still some great games coming to the PlayStation Vita. So the Vita is not completely dead. Only in the most literal sense that it's not being supported anymore. And whoever's making games for it, you're pretty brave, man. You're going to lose a lot of money developing that game for it. Games like Stardew Valley are coming out to the little tiny handheld. And I do think the PS Vita is probably a lot better than the Nintendo 3DS in most regards. Again, casual sell systems, casual sell games. Hardcore gaming fan bases do too, but it's very, very difficult to continue supporting a system that only gets a few sales on certain franchises and series. Pokemon Go players are getting hit with overly cautious extreme weather warnings. If you live in northern Ohio or a state even higher than that, or even Canada, you know that extreme weather conditions usually are below 0 degrees and not anywhere above that. So like 1 to 2 degrees is fairly average for where I live. I live on the lakefront. Lake Erie gets me quite rough. I don't live right next to the lake, but I'm pretty near it enough to where I get that lakefront weather. And the extreme conditions that it is trying to describe, it's warning you. It's saying, hey, don't go outside and play Pokemon Go. But then again, they have to make these warnings because idiots will literally go outside, play Pokemon Go, get frostbite on their fingers, won't be able to feel their fingers, have them fall off, and then sue the company because the company didn't tell them not to go outside and catch Pokemon in sub-degree 0 weather. You think I'm joking? Anyways, it's calling these silly conditions extreme. Like there's a tweet out where it's 66 to 76 degree weather in their area, and it's saying it's extreme weather. Again, me and Cass Crazy on our podcast, we did talk about this, and we said, well, I hope that they get their weather reports from a proper source, but it seems they're a little bit They're a little bit overprotective. Kind of like a soccer mom, fam, if you know what I'm talking about. Major Call of Duty tournament has been delayed after a bomb threat. That's a real shame. Yeah, this actually did happen. There was a bomb threat called in. Ironic, because Call of Duty is well known for search and destroy, which is the act of defusing a bomb. That's dripping with irony, this story. But that did happen, and that's really crappy for people to do. Yeah, what can I say about that? Don't call in fake bomb threats. That's not cool, man. We already have enough problems with incidents. I can't say the T word because that big yellow dollar sign will come up and then I'll be poor. Xur is selling the Prometheus lens. You might not know what this means, but that was the gun that essentially broke Crucible when the new Destiny DLC came out. I remember the days when you couldn't ever buy Galahorn. It was literal years in the original Destiny before you could buy the Galahorn. And here we are, the most overpowered gun in the game that's completely broken. You can buy it the same week the DLC comes out. This is how Bungie solves the problem? Are you serious? Really? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's an interesting gun where it shoots out a laser, and the laser grows and grows and grows and grows like that while the laser beam's focusing. And so you get an area effect of damage, and it's fire damage, so it's continuous burning effects going on as well. So it's a really good gun, but you know, if you have a broken gun tearing up Crucible, probably shouldn't be having Xur sell it. Probably should balance the gun first. Which leads me to my next story. EA gives leaks to a glimpse on how publishers plan marketing campaigns. So if you guys were interested in this, this isn't really a surprise to me. It just shows how people and companies decide to bait out things and throw out information to keep people excited for a game instead of just throwing out, hey, we're making this and this is exactly what the game is, here you go. And that's it, and you wait years for the game to come out. Hawaii State Representative is still drafting the bill that is barring minors from buying games with loot boxes. That would be 21 years or older. That would be adult-only games. Now, there is an ESRB rating system out there that is adult-only, ladies and gentlemen. This is usually reserved for pornographic games. And you might say to yourself, I don't really see pornographic games coming out. Why is that, Proto? If there is an adult-only rating, you would think, okay, you know, adults are going to buy these games. No. Companies have tried this in the past. There are porn games for Atari, but that was before the ESRB. My point being that companies have tried this. Don't you think if those games sold really well that companies would keep doing it, even if children couldn't play it? Companies really know, man. Companies are terrified of getting that mature rating on a lot of games. A lot of game companies are really scared of that. That's why you see games that seem like they should be for a more mature audience, but they get a teen rating because they conform and comply to the ESRB ratings. If games with loot boxes get an adult-only rating, a 21 years or older rating, I can almost guarantee you most of those games, if they don't already have an installed player base like Overwatch, most of those games will probably get rid of their loot box system just for the simple fact that they can keep having children buying their games, or teenagers, or 18-year-olds. Because again, when you hit 18, you're still living with mom and dad, but you can have a job, and you have disposable income, and you're a college student, and you have disposable income, and you'll buy their games. You are very likely to buy games between the ages of, whatever, to 21 years old. Companies are terrified of getting an adult-only rating. So this is really good against the fight against loot boxes, so I'm with it. Thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Good on you for rebelling against that crap. Zelda Breath of the Wild had a dual hookshot system in it, where Link was swinging like Spider-Man, says the director. So they were talking about how they were going to put in the hookshots, the dual hookshots from Twilight Princess. If you didn't know, there's a hookshot that was introduced in Ocarina of Time, and of course the SNES Zelda Link to the Past. And we had this hookshot, and it was really, really cool because it got you across the map, but it included targeting system. And he said, hey, if we included a targeting system in the game, it would kind of defeat the purpose of the game, because the game is designed to be able to go anywhere and do anything, climb, explore, blah, blah, blah. Basically, the hookshot was going to be you're going to be able to climb up a mountain and paraglide down very easily. But they said it broke the system because you were just traversing, climbing, and going across the fields all over the place. And he said that even people within the company were really upset at him for not putting in the hookshot, and they really wanted it. Some higher level individuals. So I wonder if he's talking about Miyamoto. That's interesting to say the least. But they said it was pretty broken, and even with the initial tests of the game, that they had to remove the hookshot. Which leads me to my next story. Zelda Breath of the Wild director also explains why you can't pet dogs. And just like with the hookshot, it didn't fit into the game, because in terms of the design philosophy, it didn't fit in with how they actually made the game world. Yes, it would be cool if you could pet dogs, but it's about making a smaller amount of actions apply in as many ways as possible. Basically, you can't have the action of petting a dog apply to a ton of other things within the game, and that's what they wanted to do with it. They said it's an interlocking system where you have a limited number of actions that can do a ton of different things. So that's why you can't pet a dog in the game. And Death Stranding, I wanted to conclude on this. Ladies and gentlemen, Death Stranding is one of the most puzzling games I've seen in a long time. The trailer came out, and if you're above the age of where you need to be to watch the trailer, please watch it. It is interesting. And a lot of people are speculating and are curious about the trailer. Some people have pointed out saying that they found a Metal Gear character, which is Psycho Mantis in the background, which I don't think so. I disagree with this holistically. Death Stranding is an interesting concept. For me personally, if you've seen the trailer, you know exactly what I'm going to say here. I think it's all fake. I think it's all in his head. I think it's a dream. I think it's a reoccurring nightmare. The guy could be burning in hell for all I know. And at the end of the game, we could find out he was just a guy who went to hell. We don't know, man. We don't have a lot of information on it. And at the end of the day, it really does seem more like a nightmare than an actual thing occurring in the world. What do you think about Death Stranding, and are you excited for it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below about this video, these amount of news stories, what's going on in the world. I would love to get your opinion. If you guys would like to submit stories to me, feel free to follow me on Twitter and tweet them to me. Feel free to go over to my Discord and chat with the people there. People are really friendly in my Discord. They're really nice. So check into it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you'd be disappointed. And I stop by there to post some funny memes from time to time. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's this episode of What You Missed News. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and share it. If you didn't, leave me a constructive comment down below to how I can improve this type of series. I'm going to be putting up posters, as I said before, but it is Christmas season, so I am waiting on these orders. It'll take a long time to get shipped in during Christmas, so we probably won't see it until post-January. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great week. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless. And I am off to play some Metal Gear to get a better perspective on Death Stranding. Peace out. See you later.